Good morning, afternoon, and evening, loyal listeners. Thank you so much for tuning in to another amazing episode of Vaper-Waves. I'm your host, Gizmo the Radio, and today we'll be looking into some commercials to answer the age-old question, can looks really kill? As I'm sure you're all aware, pretty privilege is real. Being perceived as attractive to the general public can give someone a massive leg up against their peers, whether they realize it or not. The same idea can be applied to marketing. Attractive visuals can really help to sell a product. Potential customers are much more likely to pay attention to things that look good or catch their eye. This kind of marketing can be especially effective on teenagers. They're at the stage of their lives where they're figuring out who they want to date, dealing with an onslaught of new emotions, and unfortunately, lots of teens also become more self-conscious. It sounds very cliche, but there's a reason that this plotline is in every single coming-of-age movie to ever exist. It's relatable, but this relatability also means that it's common knowledge, for better or for worse. Unfortunately, this common knowledge is regularly used to try and steer younger audiences towards certain products they shouldn't have, products that are harmful for them, like e-cigarettes. Which brings me to our first ad. It's for a Valentine's Day themed vape bundle for some reason. Anyways, the ad makes the bundle look very cutesy and classy, like it'd be a sweet gift to give to a partner. Who doesn't want to give the love of their life a fast pass to collapsed lungs? No better way to say I do than with flavored nicotine. This is so totally perfect for Valentine's Day. Jokes aside, this commercial treats vapes like they're a luxury item. The glorification makes them seem more desirable to customers, especially those who may be on the hunt for expensive gifts for their partner. Valentine's Day can be such a stressful holiday for lovers. There's a lot of pressure to find the right gift to impress that special someone. Geekvape, the company behind this, is trying to profit off of that anxiety. The rose petals, lacy gloves, all of it really tries to make these vapes look as romantic and sophisticated as possible, but all they're really selling is toxic flavored air. There's more than one way to make a product look desirable. The next ad uses some of the same ideas, but adds some new techniques into the mix. This ad's main focus is of a young woman, and the important thing to note about her is that she's, conventionally, beautiful. That fact alone draws in more viewers. When she vapes, it looks very cool, for lack of a better word. She looks calm, and the way the smoke flows out of her mouth is elegant and graceful. But don't worry, all you man lovers, you haven't been forgotten. They make sure to show her boyfriend, who, may I add, is also conventionally attractive, vaping too. Now, both parties can have some eye candy to enjoy, so you'll invest in their product. Sorry, back to the topic at hand. Towards the end of the ad, we see the girl vaping before the date at a fancy-looking restaurant, which makes the audience associate vaping with high-class activities. The stylish presentation and romantic atmosphere can absolutely draw in lovesick teens and manipulate them into thinking that vaping will help their romantic endeavors. But trust me, vaping will only bring you heartbreak and also heart problems. The commercial, More Than Classic, is a lot like the last one, but plays into the romance idea more than just being attractive. Yes, this couple is still traditionally pretty, but they've obviously been in love for longer, and that seems to be a bit more of the focus, rather than a first date like the last one. They look at each other very fondly, and they share more screen time together. I'd also like to note that they look pretty well off, financially speaking. You can tell by the setting, their outfits, and accessories that they have a good amount of money. The idea of being in a happy relationship with a lot of money to spare is very appealing to adolescents. I'd go as far as to say it's probably a pretty idealistic future for everyone on Earth. But selling them some perfect, fake fantasy won't do them any good. Speaking of, the lighting in this commercial is very soft and dreamy. It helps with the attempt to sell this picture-perfect fantasy that doesn't exist to children who probably haven't had their first kiss yet. Actually, it's kind of sad to think that companies would purposely bait innocent children like this. It's terrible, but I can't say that I'm shocked. There truly are no lines that corporations won't cross just to fill their wallets. Thank you, dear listeners, for tuning in to another episode of Vaper-Waves. I hope you had a good time listening and learning. Feel free to let me know what you think in the comments below. Leave a like or even subscribe if you want to hear more about this topic. Until next time, breathe easy, listeners. I'm your host, Gizmo the Radio, and I'll see you next time on the air.